Namaskar, I am Dibyendu. I have created an online tool for the doctors who want to manage their clinics seamlessly. In the beginning of 2026, I have announced that I will create two projects in this year. This clinic management system is one of them. The project currently I am working on is in a minimum viable project state, so I can demonstrate to doctors. So before that, I want to release a glimpse of that software, how to create a prescription online. Most of the time, I have seen that the prescription management system or the clinic management system is basically run on a PC. But I try to implement this project on a mobile platform. This project is not a mobile app, it is basically a web application run on browsers. You don't need to install any additional softwares in your mobile phone. So let's go for a quick demo of that software which I built. After login, you will be transferred to a page like this. On the top left corner, you will find a burger menu, which is basically equal to sign with extra dash. On clicking that, a navigation menu will open. From the above menu, you have to choose the prescription option. By clicking that, you will be redirected to a prescription listing page where you will find all your previously created prescriptions. Before proceeding to the prescription section, let me clear, when I tried to build this software, I considered basically two types of doctor who may be the prime user of this software. One of them is basically solo doctors who don't have any assistant to manage patients. For them, there is a section called quick prescription where the doctor don't need to register a patient beforehand creating that prescription. And another category of doctors are growing phase. I mean, who were in their growing stage of their career, who have a independent setup of a clinic and a assistant to manage patients or manage appointments. For them, there is a provision for create new prescription. I will discuss both type of functionality of this software later on in a step-by-step manner. So let's start the demonstration. As you see from the interface that I have created one prescription earlier. There are other information regarding that prescription is also visible in that page, like patient name, clinic name, date and time of the prescription, number of drugs and number of diagnostics tests I have provided to that patient, and other set of action that I can perform on that prescription. Now first I demonstrate how to create prescription for the doctors who have in their growing stage. That means they have an assistant to create an appointment or patient details. For that, I will simply click on the plus button. So a new page will open to enter the prescription details. As we know, the patient is already registered by the assistant. So I have to enter the full mobile number of the patient in the given text box. Then the patient detail will automatically be popped up. Now it's time for the chief complaint. Most of the cases it is seen that chief complaints are restricted within few sentences. Here in this box, when you type something related to that will be automatically popped up in a text box. But there is a provision, always you can add new ones also. Now it's time for the diagnosis text box. In the box you can write the details. As it's a dummy prescription, I will write the dummy data. Now it's time for the patient vitals like blood pressure, pulse, temperature, oxygen saturation, weight, height, and BMI. Here BMI is automatically calculated depending on the given data. Now it's time for the medicine that I need to prescribe in this prescription. Here in this section you don't need to type the full medicine name, you just need to type few characters. Medicine name will automatically be popped up from the database. So it saves a huge amount of time in this section. In this section you can also specify the strength of the medicine along with the number of times the medicine need to be taken and instruction to take those medicines like before meal, after meal, these kind of informations. By clicking the add button, I can add as many as medicine I wish to add in this prescription. And the same way I entered in the previous row, I can enter other medicine details in that section also. Now it's time for the lab test or the investigation that I want to give to the patient. Here also I can type a single letter that will populate the full name of the investigation. I don't need to write the full name of the investigation. The same way I can add test details dynamically like the medicine I have already shown in the previous section. Now it's time for the advice to be populated. Like chief complaint, the advice can also be limited. Or the doctor, if you wish to add new advices, he can add in the database. In the same way, like the chief complaint. When the doctor type 1 or 2 character, the automatically created chief complaints are populated. From there, he can select one. And there is always a provision to create new ones also in this section only. As you see, I can select from a drop down those the advices I want to provide to my patient. Now I can also add the follow-up days from which next visit date will automatically be calculated. Now it's time for the note. If I want to add any special note to this prescription for my reference in future. As I am not a doctor, I also filled a dummy data in this section also. When I click on the save button, the prescription details is automatically saved in the database and the last created prescription is shown at the top of the table. And that's it. Within few minutes and with few clicks and a little bit of type, you can create a whole lot of prescription that can be accessed anywhere from the world from any device with internet connection. And definitely it will save your time and energy. There are a whole lot of action that you can perform on this prescription. We will discuss them later on. But currently we move on to the quick create prescription section. By clicking on the lightning button or the quick prescription button, we will open a new form. From there I will fill up the patient mobile number. If the patient is already registered with the system, the name will automatically be popped out. As you see, Dibyendu Kole with this mobile number is automatically popped out. But there may be a new patient with different mobile number. Then with the type of that mobile number, a create patient form will appear like this, from where you have to enter the patient details like name, sex and date of birth, which is basically an optional part. Now I will type the patient name as Gauri Shankar Kole and sex is basically male and date of birth as I wish and click on create and use. The patient is saved and the patient is selected. I will select the clinic information. Now rest of the part is as it is like the previous one, where you have to fill up the chief complaint, diagnosis, medicines, patient vitals and other details. After filling up all those details, click on save button. The prescription details is saved and the recent data is shown at the top of the list. And that's it for today. If you like the video, you can contact me for the software. The contact number is provided in the video somewhere above or below and in the description box also. I can help you to manage your clinic seamlessly. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video.